AI is moving too fast to keep up. I'm literally losing my mind. I've had paralysis by analysis, trying all the new tools, comparing models, keeping up to date with all the updates and the upgrades across all the different platforms and tools available now. I'm lost. I've been chasing the perfect setup, and it seems that it's not possible. But I stopped doing that. Trust me, I have learned the hard way, and I'm here to tell you that you need to stop chasing the perfect setup. You need to build an AI stack. So this week, everybody panicked because Anthropic changed the rules to their $20 a month plan that includes Claude Code. They appeared to pull Claude Code completely from the $20 a month plan. Now, it wasn't a full removal. It was kind of a test to about 2% of users, but it proves my point. It was a warning shot. So I found a simple stack that's working. For now, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Now, I first wanted to show you this because it's a little sketchy. As of recording yesterday, April 21st, they had posted this on their website that showed Claude Code not available on the Pro plan, which is the $20 a month plan. They've since removed it. That's why I have to go to Reddit to find screenshots of this page. It doesn't exist anymore. I'll get into this more a little bit later, but for now, I wanted to talk about the main problem. So the real problem is that people feel overwhelmed with all of the AI tools and models and services available right now. I for sure was so overwhelmed by all the tools that were popping up on my feed seemingly every single day. There was constant model comparisons, new launches every single week, different articles coming out and different videos coming out saying Claude Code just changed the game. Oh wait, no. Now Codex changed the game. Oh no, Google Gemini actually changed the game. How the hell are you supposed to keep up with this? I mean, are we just supposed to keep switching models back and forth, trying new things? One updates is the best, then the next day another one's the best. It's not efficient and it's not practical. Here's the thing. AI is moving too fast to optimize it tool by tool. You need to stop trying to pick a winner and build a simple AI stack that works. So here's why this whole Claude drama matters. For now, all the existing $20 users are fine. I'm sure if you started a $20 subscription today, you'd probably be fine too. Anthropic has received a lot of pushback since putting this out yesterday. It's hence why they removed it from their website. They're trying to figure out what to do. What it was a test. Obviously, offering Claude Code to $20 a month users isn't profitable enough for them, so they're trying to figure out a solution. Now, even though you might be fine, this scare exposes the platform risk and the risks of the subscription plans with these AI models. It reinforced my thinking that these subscriptions are rented land. If the price changes or you can't keep up, it can break your workflow. And then what do? You have a dependency problem. And we want to avoid that. We want to avoid being dependent on one model or one system. I'm not against Claude. It just depends on how you use it. Really depends on how you use all of these models. While I still like Claude for certain things, I've found that my usage goes a lot longer with other models, such as ChatGPT. That pushed me towards this stack. So my stack includes Claude, ChatGPT, and OpenClaw. So here's my simple AI stack that's actually working. We're going to start with Claude. So think of Claude as my layer 1 for deep reasoning. Think my strategist, the brains behind the operation. I use Claude for planning, agent thinking, research, long context reasoning. You can see in here, this is how I actually develop the prompts for coding. On the side, I'm working on an app right now, and I'm using Claude. Right now it's Sonnet, but the other chats is using Opus 4.6 or 4.7. Regardless, Claude is very good at strategic thinking and reasoning. So I'm using Claude to develop the prompts and think about strategy behind the operations, but I'm using ChatGPT for the actual execution. Next is ChatGPT. Now this is specific to the coding aspect of it, but really I use ChatGPT for kind of everything else. The generic questions that I don't want to waste tokens on for Claude, but really it's the coding aspect of it. It's the build layer. So I use ChatGPT Codex for the actual coding volume, building the apps, shipping things faster, and higher practical coding output. I think Codex is a fantastic model, and since my usage goes so much farther, why would I not use it for the actual coding aspect? It uses less tokens on Claude when I'm doing the strategic thinking, and then instead of staying on Claude to do the coding, I bring it to ChatGPT. So I'm using two different models to get essentially double the output. So here I've pulled up Codex in ChatGPT, for example. And as you can see, all of these are actual coding prompts. None of this is chat stuff. I'm not asking questions, doing clarification on here, figuring out what's right or wrong, the best way to do things. All of that is happening in Claude. Looks good, other than the day streak being too small. Let's generate a new prompt for the next part. So all of my chatting and talking and strategic planning is happening in Claude, and then when I'm done, I go over to Codex and just put the prompt in there. That's how I'm saving a lot more tokens and getting the most use out of my $20 a month ChatGPT plan that has Codex. So next is the automation layer. This is kind of where everything starts to come together. That's where I used OpenClaw. Now, I haven't fully finished my OpenClaw build out. Eventually, it's going to run all of my operations and I'm going to have all the models connected to OpenClaw. But for right now, I'm using it as my note taker, kind of my idea hub. So I have my Telegram chat and I'm texting OpenClaw to keep track of notes, keep track of ideas, add things to my Notion page. So right now, it's almost like my assistant. Hey, remind me to do this. Hey, jot this down. Hey, remind me tomorrow morning that we want to work on this, and then in the afternoon we're going to work on this. So I'm using 3 different services or AI models, tools I guess you could say. I'm doing my best to utilize them efficiently. So as the automation layer, it's agents, workflows, orchestration, and actual automation experiments. So experimenting with real life automation where the AI and the platform and the program, the tool, is automating things and doing things by itself. Lastly is the backup layer, the local layer. Again, I haven't set up my local layer yet with Ollama locally to my Mac Mini, but my OpenClaw is connected to Ollama Cloud. So I think it's connected to Gwen 3.5, which is a great all-around model. It can kind of do everything. I'm not utilizing it to its full efficiency right now because I don't have it fully set up, but it's free. I'm on the free Ollama Cloud plan, and I have more than enough tokens for note-taking and adding things to Notion and reminders and things like that. So in short, to summarize, there's a brain, there's a builder, and there's an assistant/automation layer. Pretty simple. It will be simpler once we can connect all of them together, and that's part of my journey, my progress is bringing these all together and having them work efficiently and seamlessly together. But for right now, while I'm learning, trying my best to conserve my tokens, this is the most optimal output for me. So essentially, you need to stop asking what's the best model, because honestly, I don't know if there is one best model for everything. Maybe if you had unlimited money, unlimited credits, and you wanted to use Claude Opus 4.7 for everything, maybe that's true. Maybe it's Gemini. To be honest with you, I don't really know, and I don't have enough time, money, or resources to experiment with every single one of these. So for right now, this is what's working for me, and as I continue to learn and grow, my process will evolve as well. Really what you need to ask is which model does what best. From my experience, deep thinking is Claude, coding is Codex, and automation, agents, and kind of note-taking assistants, things like that, it's OpenClaw. So I'm done chasing every tool. I've found a stack that works, and you need to find a stack that works for you. And just to be clear, the Claude Code scare didn't make me bearish on Claude. All it did was help me and remind me not to depend on one tool and one provider. A funny analogy I heard is that this is what drug dealers do, right? They hand their supply out for free, get people hooked, and then once they're hooked, they start charging, right? You start at the $20 a month plan with Claude, maybe they'll keep it, maybe they won't. But they've already introduced the $100 a month plan where you get a lot more coding capabilities. Who's to say they can't keep raising it? And in order to keep your workflows and your automations going, you need to keep paying whatever they're doing. There may be one tool that works best for you, and that's fine. What I'm saying is the goal isn't to find the perfect AI tool. The goal is to build a stack that survives. Survives whether the tools, the pricings, or the models change, it doesn't matter. Your workflow, your automations, your projects, your businesses don't stop depending on what one provider or one tool decides to do in the future. You don't want to bet the ranch, so that's the shift that I'm making right now. Stop chasing the best AI, build your own operating system.